What if I told you there's a blockchain that's executing trades faster than your brain can process them? We're talking sub-millisecond execution speeds that make traditional Wall Street look like it's running on dial-up internet. While you were sleeping, SEI Network just dropped a bombshell that could reshape institutional crypto trading forever. Monaco Protocol isn't just another DeFi project, it's claiming to be the only on-chain central limit order book that can execute trades in under 1 millisecond and settle them in just 400 milliseconds. To put that in perspective, traditional finance still takes an entire business day to settle trades. We're literally watching the future of finance unfold in real time. But here's what nobody's talking about yet. The price action setup that's forming right now could be absolutely explosive. Stick around because what I'm about to show you might just blow your mind. Let's talk about what's really happening behind the scenes. SEI Network has been quietly building what Gordon calls the infrastructure for a decentralized Wall Street. And Monaco Protocol? It's the first DeFi application directly incubated by SEI Labs themselves. Think about this for a second. Monaco isn't just targeting retail traders like you and me. They're going after the big money. Institutional players who have been waiting for blockchain technology that can actually compete with traditional financial systems. We're talking about pension funds, hedge funds, and major corporations that move billions of dollars every single day. And the numbers are starting to back this up. Within just 2 weeks of launching native USDC on SEI Network, they absolutely crushed the competition. We're talking about surpassing Hedera, Near, Tron, and even Unichain in USDC circulation. That's not gradual growth, that's explosive adoption. But wait, it gets better. When MetaMask made SEI their default network in August, the impact was immediate and massive. SEI's daily user base exploded to 900,000 users, and total value locked shot up to $687 million practically overnight. Now here's where the story takes a fascinating turn. Monaco's ambitions go way beyond just being another fast exchange. They're positioning themselves for a tokenization market that's projected to hit $30 trillion by 2034. Even BlackRock's Larry Fink is calling tokenization a major revolution in the investment world. The U.S. Treasury Secretary has predicted that stablecoins could reach $3.7 trillion within this decade. Think about that for a moment. We're not talking about some speculative bubble. We're talking about fundamental shifts in how the global financial system operates. But here's what's keeping me up at night. The technical setup on SEI is absolutely textbook. And it's the kind of pattern that either launches altcoins to the moon or leaves traders wondering what could have been. Popular analyst Ali has been tracking what he calls a classic symmetrical triangle pattern forming on SEI's charts. If you've been in crypto long enough, you know these patterns don't mess around. When they break hard and fast. The SEI price has been making higher lows and lower highs, creating this perfect compression zone. It's like a coiled spring building pressure. In crypto markets, these setups rarely last long, and when they finally snap, the moves tend to be absolutely explosive. Ali's identified 31 cents as the critical support level. Every time SEI has tested this level, buyers have stepped in aggressively. That's not random, that's smart money accumulating while retail traders are distracted by other shiny objects. But here's the psychological warfare happening behind the scenes. Bulls are quietly accumulating while bears keep selling into resistance. That constant tug of war is exactly why SEI keeps bouncing inside this triangle pattern. The longer this tension builds, the bigger the eventual breakout is likely to be. Alright, let's get into the meat of what's actually happening with the price action and why this could be the setup of the year. Current market data shows open interest in SEI futures holding at stable levels. This is crucial because it means traders remain engaged without adding excessive leverage. That's typically a sign of healthy, sustainable price action rather than a leverage bubble waiting to pop. The funding rates on Binance are sitting at -0.012%, which tells us there's actually short positioning present. This is incredibly bullish because it means if the price starts climbing, we could see a short squeeze that accelerates the move higher. Daily network activity has been absolutely crushing it. Data from Artemis shows over 851,000 daily active addresses. That's a 22% increase in just the past month. Over 3 months, we're looking at 84% growth. Some days are crossing the 1 million user mark. This isn't just number padding. This growth directly coincides with Monaco's release, suggesting real users are actually engaging with the protocol, not just speculation driving the metrics. Now let's talk about what could happen next. The SEI intern on X has outlined some absolutely wild price targets that might sound crazy until you look at the technical structure supporting them. If we get a confirmed breakout above the triangle pattern with strong volume, the first major target sits at 72 cents. That level represents significant structural resistance and would likely see some profit taking. But if momentum continues, the next target jumps to $1.32. The $1.32 zone carries both technical and psychological weight. It's where traders will really test their conviction. A push beyond this level opens the door to $1.50, creating a clear sequence of breakout milestones. But here's where things get absolutely insane. Longer-term projections suggest potential targets ranging from $15 to $20 if cycle dynamics align properly. Before you dismiss this as hopeless optimism, remember that we've seen this exact pattern play out in previous altcoin cycles that transitioned from accumulation phases into parabolic growth. Crypto analyst Rand has been tracking the fundamental metrics that support these price projections. Daily new wallets, transactions, and active addresses have all hit all-time highs. Active contracts are rising, showing growing participation across the entire chain. Perhaps most importantly, SEI's total value locked, TVL, is only 6% away from hitting an all-time high. This shows capital flowing into the ecosystem consistently, strengthening the overall bullish narrative. Let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture here. What we're witnessing with SEI isn't just another altcoin pump. It's the emergence of infrastructure that could genuinely compete with traditional financial systems. The shared liquidity layer that Monaco provides means any application can tap into existing liquidity without building from scratch. That's a game changer for developers and a massive moat for the SEI ecosystem. The revenue sharing system called PitPass automatically incentivizes applications that generate real trading volume. There's no political lobbying or backroom deals. Everything gets distributed based on actual contribution to the network. This creates a flywheel effect. More applications want to build on SEI because of the shared liquidity and revenue opportunities. More applications mean more users mean more volume means more revenue to share. You can see how this could compound rapidly. The MetaMask integration has been absolutely crucial. It eliminated the technical barriers that kept mainstream users away from SEI. Now token swaps, cross-chain transactions, and DeFi applications are all accessible directly from the wallet that most crypto users already know and trust. Daily stablecoin transactions are hitting billions of dollars. Monthly DEX volume is surpassing billions as well. These aren't vanity metrics. They represent real economic activity happening on the network. Now let's be realistic about the risks here. Technical analysis can give us probabilities, but crypto markets are notoriously unpredictable. The 31-cent support level is absolutely critical. If that breaks with significant volume, it would invalidate the bullish setup and could lead to deeper correction. Competition is intense in the Layer 1 space. Solana, Ethereum, and other established networks aren't standing still. SEI needs to continue executing flawlessly to maintain its competitive advantages. Regulatory uncertainty always hangs over institutional crypto adoption. While the tokenization trend looks inevitable, government interference could slow adoption timelines. Market sentiment can shift rapidly. The current setup assumes continued interest in altcoins and risk-on behavior from institutional investors. What should you be watching? Volume is key. If SEI breaks above the triangle resistance, you want to see strong volume confirmation. Weak volume breakouts often fail quickly in crypto. Keep tracking the fundamental metrics: daily active users, TVL growth, and application development. If these continue climbing while price remains compressed, it strengthens the breakout thesis. Look, I've been analyzing crypto markets for years, and setups like this don't come around every month. The combination of breakthrough technology, strong fundamental metrics, and textbook technical analysis creates the kind of opportunity that defines portfolio performance. Monaco Protocol represents genuine innovation in institutional crypto trading infrastructure. The speed advantages over traditional finance are undeniable, and early adoption metrics suggest real demand from sophisticated users. The price action setup on SEI is exactly what you want to see before major breakouts. Compression, stable support, and accumulation by smart money while retail remains distracted. If the bullish scenario plays out, we could be looking at one of the most significant altcoin moves of this cycle. The targets might sound aggressive, but they're based on proven technical patterns and fundamental growth that's actually happening right now. Whether you're positioning for a short-term breakout trade or a longer-term hold based on the institutional adoption thesis, SEI Network deserves serious attention from anyone trying to identify the next major crypto winners. The setup is there, the technology is there, the adoption is accelerating. Now we wait to see if the market recognizes what's building beneath the surface. Important disclaimer. This content is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Cryptocurrency investments are highly volatile and risky. You could lose some or all of your investment. Always conduct your own research and consider consulting with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance does not guarantee future results. I may hold positions in the cryptocurrencies discussed in this video. Only invest what you can afford to lose.